Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about how to find blue chip NFTs, which can be, a serious job that takes serious skill when we look at the amount of NFT projects that there currently are on the market. And of course, the question still remains, will we see an NFT bubble sooner rather than later? I'm going to get into all of this today, and I'm going to make this video clear and concise for all of you to understand, regardless of if you already own NFTs, whether you're experienced, inexperienced, or of course maybe have a tad bit of experience. Firstly, when I'm looking at NFTs, I'm only going for the top 100 NFTs. Now you're probably wondering, wow, top 100, wouldn't you look for the top 20? Now, the reason why no, I wouldn't look for just top 20 quote unquote blue chip NFTs, because you essentially price yourself out of the overall market and you miss opportunities, which, as we've seen from the cryptocurrency space. So for example, if you bought a CryptoPunk a year ago for $500, even less than that, you would have seen minimum a baseline of 500k at this current time. You're not going to find a CryptoPunk NFT less than 500k. And when you look at how much these were actually going for, $500, which everybody watching this could afford, it doesn't make sense to overlook cryptocurrencies below a certain price threshold. And another example would be crypto mutant apes. Another example would be Bored Apes. Another example would be Pudgy Penguins. So there's many different examples of why we never overlook certain projects just because they're not in the top 20 in terms of market cap. Now let's continue with the video. Now, first things first, I like to start off with the bottom of the 100 list, right? I like to start off with the bottom, and then I look at projects with, with traction and momentum behind it. So for example, goats, I say to myself, have I heard of this project before? And I actually follow NFT on Instagram just to keep myself up to date with the latest trends, etc. Just so I can maybe look deeper into the project. I'll see if it's in the top 100, and then I would obviously look at the price and then start to map out the risk to reward. So I go down, I look at the bottom 100. Have I heard of it? No, I haven't. So I start to scroll up until I see a project that I recognize. And again, this is using social media to actually, again, just connect the dots together. Now you're probably wondering, what? This doesn't sound very expert-like. Well, guys, this is a socially driven marketplace, right? This is completely a socially driven marketplace, which is why there's a lot of concern about there being a bubble, right? If there's no real underlying value behind an NFT, then the only way to actually, determine that the value is by using social metrics, using what I like to call a social score. And we're actually working on, so I always say this, one of our people on our team, one of our software developers, of course, they majored in maths and computer science, is actually working on an algorithm to basically scout NFTs that are essentially trending on social media, or it will alert us, and then of course we can check the price, see if the risk to reward is there, and of course we'll start to look at where it currently is in terms of its crypto market ranking. Now, as soon as I find a cryptocurrency that I do recognize or ranks pretty well in terms of social status, then I look at the volume. How liquid is the market, right? I don't want to buy an NFT and essentially will not be able to sell it on the marketplace, etc. So for example, one that I keep mentioning on my videos would be number one, Hashmask, which is 70th. As you can see, down 51% in terms of sales volume. But I like this. I like Hashmask and I like World of Women. right? So let's just go on Hashmask. This is one that I believe is going to be monstrous in the next few months. And to be honest with you guys, if this does take off the way I believe it will take off, then of course there's a real confirmation that we know what we're doing in this space, right? So we've been talking about this for months now. I believe the baseline price for a Hashmask is about 3.5k, $3,000, just under 1 Ethereum. So personally, I'm actually looking at buying more each month. I look at allocating more capital to Hashmask. I just believe it's going to do very, very well long term. So this is number one. This is one that's obviously trending on our blue, quote unquote, blue chip NFT picks. So I'll just click off of that, go back. And of course, guys, when I say trending, I don't mean chasing the hype, right? So if a project has already taken off and it's already, let's say, baseline about 8 Ethereum, let's say over 10k, 15k, etc., it still could be a good NFT to snap up. But I like to go for the NFTs that haven't quite yet taken off yet. So Hashmask, World of Women. Again, I'm still sitting on the fence with this one, but it does look really good. I believe the base price for this is about just under 2 Ethereum. So these can do 1.7, just under that. There you go, 1.5. So we could still snap this up quite cheap, and there's a good risk to reward here, right? It's still trending, but it hasn't yet blown up, right? So there's still an opportunity for us to almost test the market. Maybe we snap up 2 or 3 of them, 1.4 ETH. Now, of course, guys, you know, not everybody watching this will be able to do that, and I'm going to talk about more affordable cryptocurrencies in a second. But for those of you that are looking for like the base, you know, the mid blue chip NFTs, I would be looking right at the bottom of the 100th ranking, which would be this and Hashmask. So those are my main 2 picks for this video. And of course, guys, many of you are going to comment below, what about this, what about that? I'm only showing you based on what I'm currently doing myself. I don't want to speak in hypotheticals on this video and give out information that I am not using, etc. So please do keep that in mind. I want to provide value, so that way we can look back on this video and say, look, this strategy that he's speaking about, these are the 2 picks from that strategy. This is where price is a few months later, right? So as you guys can see, of course, we can go we can go further up the rankings, but of course this is where things do become slightly unaffordable. I mean, VeeFriends, I really do like that, but I don't think it'll be affordable to a lot of people. Pudgy Penguins, again, still on the fence about this one. Still very much on the fence about this one. This could be a scalp. What does that mean? You know, I get in at maybe I try buy the cheapest one possible. Wait a few weeks for it to appreciate in value. Maybe we see price top out, and then of course I scalp it. Maybe make 2 to 3x return, right? With this project in particular, anyway. What else do we have on the list? We have VeeFriends. I do like VeeFriends, as you know. Gary V is behind that. I expect the value to hold. The Shiboshis, again, interesting project. Looking into this at the moment. Relatively affordable NFTs. At the same time, you know, it's even though this is a very much heavily socially driven project, and as obviously the Sheep RB grows, maybe this project continues to grow. So I'll definitely put this on my watch list, because of course this could be a monstrous project over the long term. So definitely keep an eye on that. But the main 2 projects, just not to flood you guys with information, would be World of Women, Hashmask. You guys know I love Hashmask. We'll definitely put VeeFriends there, and We'll add Shiboshis to our watch list, and we'll also add Pudgy Penguins to our watch list as well. I'll if you guys want to see more of these videos, I could tell you more NFT projects I'm looking at. But if you guys are looking for a more controlled NFT space where you can make, let's say you don't have over $100, I would look at Ecomi. My Ecomi, audience would definitely be watching this, excited that I've mentioned Omi. Yes, Ecomi is the place to look at more licensed digital NFTs. So if you're maybe have less than $100 to play with, that could be an incredible marketplace for you. For example, I bought a night it's called Nightwing. Yes, Nightwing. It was a Batman series anyway. For $89. This was a few months ago. The baseline price for that Nightwing is 1.5k. Yes, so I turned under $100 into 1.5k. Now, of course, I'm not selling it because I expect it to go up in value. But if I wanted to, that's how much I could get for it right now. That is the floor price for that project. So I'll definitely have a look at Ecomi. And if you guys want to see more of these kind of videos, vote in the comment section. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. And of course, seize the day.